Hey, this is Steven, the movie collector, um, with, O through, Q in my collection. Long overdue for this one. Tell me what one you like, show off in this one, and, just, like and subscribe and share. So, first off is, OG, uh, good, uh, ghost possession movie, check it out if you haven't. Uh, this is on 4K Operation Fortune. It's with Jason Statham, Aubrey Plaza, Josh Hartnett. I can't pronounce his name right, but if you like Jason Statham, check this one out. Uh, Next up is the Omen Collection. Got this for $40 about 4 years ago. From Walmart. If you see this, pick this up. Pick it if you see it for the cheap. Pick it up and everything. Next up, Overlord. I remember I picked this up one of the Black Fridays like 5 years ago. But if you like World War II, zombies and mutations and stuff like that, check this out. Pretty good film. Uh, Next up, just want to ask myself why I have this in my collection. Ocean 8. The reason why I wonder is because I don't have all the other ones yet uh, in my collection, Blu-ray, DVD, or anything. I don't have any of them. Um, Check this one out if you haven't. I guess I picked it up for Anna Hathaway. She's pretty cute. But check it out if you haven't. Uh, I picked this one up because of M. Night Shyamalan. Uh, the Old. If you like supernatural stuff, check this one out. Check out the director. It's a pretty good film. Hope you enjoy it. Uh, Let me know in the comments if you like it or if you already seen it. Um, Next up, Onward. One of my favorite Disney movies. I remember this was one of the last movies I seen before the shutdown back in 2020. But still a good watch. I still watch it occasionally and everything. Next up, on Blu-ray, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Sorry about this, my cat's always in the fucking way. Sorry about my language. I do love my cat. Next up are the peas. On Scream Factory's Pumpkinhead. Punch Drunk Love with Adam Sandler. It's a strong collection edition. It's buying 843. Piranha. It's the Scream Factory one. Uh, the Pope, Exorcist. It's okay. Uh, Russell Crowe movie. Seen it in the theaters and everything. Pretty good supernatural film. It's one of my favorite Alfred Hitchcock movies. Psycho. Check this out if you haven't seen it yet. Uh, The Prodigy. With Michael Keaton, Maggie Q, and Samuel L. Motherfucking Jackson. Check this out if you haven't. Michael Keaton did a good job in the film. Uh, Next up, 2008 Punisher, 4K Steelbook. Uh, it's one of my favorite Punisher films out of all of them that's been made. Check it out if you haven't. Next up, Plane. I don't know why I still have this in my collection. To me, it was more of a one-time watch, like Angel Has Fallen. But check it out if you haven't checked it out yet. Next up, Possessor. I know there's a 4K edition of this one and everything, but I choose not to upgrade it because there's no point. It looks just fine in Blu-ray. So, for Possessor, good flick if you like that type of stuff. Um, Next up is one of the first 4Ks I ever bought. I think I bought it Black Friday 2018, 2019. I was Detective Pikachu. Everyone shits on this, but I like it. But if you haven't seen it, check it. Uh, Check it out if you haven't. Uh, Another Pokemon film, Pokemon: The Secrets of the Jungle. You bond like no other. I don't have much Pokemon stuff uh in my thing besides Detective Pikachu in this one. I got this for $10-15 at Walmart. Every time I see a Blu-ray like this, it's it's a really good uh, thing to pick up. I'm gonna try to buy more through eBay and everything. Uh, Next up is one based off one of my favorite superhero movies. It's made by animated Marvel Animated Features. Planet Hulk. What they did with Thor Ragnarok with Planet Hulk, I felt like it should have been its own movie, not put in with Thor. But that's just me. But let me know what you like about this one. Next up is the remake of uh, Point Blank, Point Break. Uh, I like, I do like the original with Keanu Reeves. But I haven't been meaning to pick it up lately. It just there's so many things I gotta want to pick up, but I haven't picked up yet. But this is still a good one. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Um, Next up is one of my good favorite uh possession films of last year or this year. I forgot what year it came out. Um, yeah, 2022. Um, is Prey to the Devil. Pretty good possession film. Them trying to save the girl. Um, and everything. If you haven't seen this, check it out. It's a pretty good film. Um, the next up is The Post. It's about about the Watergate scandal. If you haven't checked that out, it's one of my favorite recent Tom Hanks movies. Um, Poltergeist is the next one. It's classic. I had to pick this up. Hopefully they release the other ones on 4K and everything. It's a must-have in your collection. Next up, Prey. Sorry about that. If you haven't seen it, you can either check it on the physical release or Hulu and stuff, because this was originally a Hulu release and everything. But check it out if you haven't. Next up is the Predator 4 movie collection. Predator, Predator 2, Predators, and The Predator. The first two I'll always like the most. The first two and Prey, I feel, are the good ones out of the trilogy, or whatever, a saga, whatever it's called. Next up is another classic, Pet Sematary. Uh, Pet Sematary is always good. Check it out if you can. Next up is the Pet Sematary. I know there's a 4K release of this, but it's not worth upgrading. So good keeping on Blu-ray, and everything. So I think even Stephen King doesn't like this one or the original one, and everything like that. Next up is another one of my favorites, Patriot games. The Patriot, not Patriot games, Mel Gibson. This and so there's another one that came out around the same time. About them entering in the Vietnam War. We Are Soldiers. This and We Are Soldiers are some of my favorite movies. And third Mel Gibson favorite of mine is Lethal Weapon. That's before he went crazy. Next up is the Citron collection of The Princess Bride Blu-ray. I know there's a 4K release, but I just don't feel the need to update it or upgrade it, or anything like that. Next up, Pan's Labyrinth. Lucky enough to pick this up at Disc Replay for cheap. It's $8.38 on the numbering, but classic. And wanted it on Blu-ray. Wanted the best quality picture without upgrading to Blu-ray 4K. I mean, next up, Pacific Rim. Good 4K. I liked it's Clint Eastwood's son. Got his name. When did this come out? It's a good 3 years, I think, since it came out. So if you haven't seen this one, this ain't as good as the other one, the first one, but you should check it out. And everything. Um, Next up is the first Pacific Rim. Remember, I got this at Walmart, brand new for $15. They had a lot of 4Ks for on sale for $15. This wasn't Black Friday, but you should check it out if you want to. Next up, the first Pirates of the Caribbean. I know people shit on the quality of the 4K, and I get that, but it's still one of my favorite of the Pirates of the Caribbean. Next up is everyone's gonna disagree with me on this one. Pirates Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man Tell No Tales is my other favorite of the series, and I know I'm gonna get hate for it, but I still think this is better than the other ones. Besides one and this one are the best of the series. If you haven't seen it, check it out and let me know what you think of it. Let me move these over. Grab these. Now we're on the Q's and R's. Uh, Next up, uh, Quiet Place Part 2. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's a good movie. John Krasinski and Emily Blunt. I believe they're married and stuff like that. John's known for The Office. Here's the Mondo steelbook of the first Quiet Place. Red Light. It's a pretty good film and everything. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Next up, A Quantum of Solace. Uh, I liked him. Uh, him and Sean Connery are the best Bonds in the franchise. I'll fight you for that thing and stuff like that if you think I'm wrong. Um, Next up, Ron's Gone Wrong. I still have to see this one. I haven't seen it yet. I have this in my collection for a couple of years now. I still haven't popped it in yet, so I'll give it a check out and everything. Um, Next up is Rogue One, a Star Wars story. One of my favorites and everything. I know the ending to this, spoiler alert, leads into episode 4 and everything. Next up is Robin Hood, Jamie Foxx, and Taron Egerton. I can't pronounce his last name right. I still have to see this one too, just like Ron. I had this one for a couple of years. Bought it super cheap, like $10 new. So, still gotta check it out. Next one up is Ride Along. Yeah, I bought it for $5 uh, at Disc Replay, but meaning I gotta go up there sometime. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Uh, Next up, 4K release of Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. Resident Evil, it's the better version than the other ones that came out. Next up, RoboCop 4K. It's an Arrow release, Arrow video. And this is one of the only movies that I paid like $40-50 for. Because it's based in Detroit, so had to pick it up. Kitty. Now their cat's smelling shit. Not shit, literally shit, but just smelling all over. Next up is Aretha Franklin. Respect. Uh, I know that Aretha Franklin she lived in Detroit, so it's close to home and everything. Uh, Next up, Reminisce with Hugh Jackman. Seen this in the film. If you haven't seen it, it's a pretty good film. Next up, another Arrow one I got for cheap uh, is Reanimator. I love zombie movies. I need to start getting other ones because I know I have this one. I have Dawn of the 4K of Dawn of the Dead. I have that was Screen Factory one of the Dawn of the Dead. Then I have Citron's Night of the Living Dead. I know that one has a 4K release, but I'm not gonna pick it up. I'm fine with the Blu-ray. Uh, if you haven't seen it, check it out. Um, Next up, Renfield. I'm a big Nicolas Cage fan, uh, and everything. So I had to pick it up. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. Next up, it's another Open Hitchcock's movie. It's James Stewart, same like the other one. Psycho, Rear Window. I'm taking films at art class, and this is one of the films that we did a project on. So it's pretty good. Um, Next up is Random Acts of Violence. Sometimes I don't know why I still have this in my collection. For me, it was a one-time watch. But if you haven't seen it, check it out. Since it's a one-time watch, you'll know. Next up, another biopic, Rocket Man. I think there's a 4K release of this, but fine with the steelbook and everything. Next up, is Red Sparrow. It's not the best Jennifer Lawrence film, but it's pretty decent. They say they give it a 4 stars, but I give it a 3. Uh, Next up, is Ralph Breaks the Internet. If you like, Disney's animation, either Pixar or this one, check it out. Uh, Next up, is Richard Jewell. Pretty good one. I like Kathy Bates in it. And Olivia Wilde. Uh, Next up is Raya and the Last Dragon. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. It's a good Disney animated film. Uh, Next up, this is one of the first 5 4Ks that I have gotten. I think I got it at Black Friday 2018. Uh, just check it out if you haven't checked it out yet. Uh, Next up is 4K release of Rambo, Last Blood. I do have First Blood, but it's with the F's that you'd see it if you watch one of my older other 4K videos and everything. If you haven't watched it, check it out. Next up is Rambo. 4K release. I had to get all of them on 4K. Next up, Rambo Part 3. Part 2. Pretty good films. I got them for cheap. Next up is the Rocky, the Knockout Collection. I'm just missing the 5th one. Not the I have the recent one came out within the past year, but I'm saying the one that came out in 06. And everything. If you haven't seen any of these, check them out. And please like, subscribe, and share, and have a pleasant day.